Hey son, over here. I'm over here at the banyan trees.
Lost via DOMUS was a video game based on the hit ABC show Lost. It was made during the show's heydays and released in February 2008 to mixed results. As a Lost fan, I bought an Xbox 360 and then the game on the release date so I could play it. I do enjoy it, but it had so much more potential to be better. So here's a situation where the game was remastered and improved on. And here's 10 ways to do it. Number 10. Not release it when the show aired. I know I can't blame them that much. The show was so immensely popular. The most popular TV show at the time. A video game was bound to happen, and it would be too risky to wait since the show lost viewers and popularity over time. Even at the release date of the game, the show was losing viewers. It's all about the market. But let's say that they did release the game after the show ended. That would give it a lot of potential in discovering a huge amount of locations that were not present in the game. It would give some nice phases of the game. Season 1 would involve finding the cockpit and escaping the monster, following Ethan and travel to the Black Rock. Season 2 would involve the Swan Hatch and some big missions such as tracking down Michael, finding Henry Gale, search for his balloon, explore the Pearl and travel to the other side of the island. Season 3 would involve Hydra Island, the Flame, the Solid Fence, the Barracks, Jacob's cabin, the others' raid on the beach. Season 4 would involve finding the freighter team, defending the barracks from the mercenaries and board the helicopter. You as a character don't leave the island though. Season 5 involved time shifts, flaming arrows, Dharma shenanigans, locating Jughead in the tunnels and the Instant. Season 6 involves saving Saeed, like a time mission, finding the lighthouse, the temple raid, escape to Hydra Island, kill the man in black and saving the island. But it's more in between. Number 9. Graphics and voices.
Monster!
This is also not on the top of the list because things improve over time and with a bigger budget. I can't blame them that much. It's not a major franchise like The Simpsons, which has the voice actors in the games. But so many characters look laughable and sound horrible.
Well, whoopity frickin' do. Elliott, what happened? What did you do?
Curse, man. It's all my fault.
How the hell should I know? We're lost. That's where.
This island is a fresh start. Brand spanking new.
I understand it's hard to get the big names to join this thing. I can survive having alternate voice actors, but it wasn't the best portrayal of the characters we all love, neither the looks or the voices. Number 8. Length. A major criticism of the game was the length. It went by too quickly. You went from the day after the crash and suddenly you were thrown into mid-season 1 and explore the hatch exterior. Pad it out, make it longer. Like I mentioned in my first point, covering all 6 seasons should do it. But don't stop there. Surprise us. Take us in interesting directions. Number 7. Weapons and tools. You're very restricted in combat in the original game, but the show has a very natural progression here and a wide variety of weapons, going from killing boars with a knife to shooting one of the others and then encountering several of the others and then to even worse people later on. In the end, you're battling someone that can't be killed. So why not add in training lessons with Locke? Many games have these arenas where you can go and practice before heading into a battle or a specific mission. At first, you have a knife, then you might acquire a gun, then you might acquire several guns and more ammo. Let's say that in your backpack you can have 1 firearm and 1 knife at all times and therefore change your weapons according to the mission. Some missions require you to keep someone alive, so you'll have to acquire a stun gun from the others. And you'll have a hard time fighting a polar bear with a knife, so you might need something better. Maybe there are certain missions you require Daniel's crossbow or dynamite from the Black Rock, something this game did, or maybe a sniper rifle that you can acquire in the Swan Station, or even more advanced weapons from the freighter. And you'll be able to pick up weapons along the way, such as the mass grave with Dharma people that would have a revolver, and if you are unlucky you pick up Robert's rifle, the one that is missing its firing pin. You can also have a small bag of ash to throw around you when the monster comes, but this one will run out, so you have to go to some place to fill it up, so you have to be careful when you're using it. Number 6. Be thorough on continuity. This bugged me a lot. Things that could be so easily fixed, like why is Claire and Jack wearing the correct clothes during the crash but not Hurley? And the beach cap doesn't look like the one from the show. And it's simply reused design from the crash site beach. They're different beaches with different vegetation. This is quite annoying. However, this also leads me to the next point. Number 5. Still be its own story. The bloopers I've mentioned are more like minor things that can be easily fixed, which is why they are annoying. But when it comes to continuity of the show, I still think it could be a little bit free from the show. If you play a new character, you can be the one to bring young Ben to the others. You can be the one to blow open the submarine. You can be the one to go down to the heart of the island, which will strip you down from a lot of health and be the one to beat the man in black in the end. You can be the one to do a certain thing that another character does on the show. I liked that Lost Via Domus had the incident room. You can do more. You never saw a parapsychology Dharma station or a meteorology station. We never saw the dock where the trolley was docked at. The game could add in surprising twists in the Dharma barracks. We could explore more of the tunnels at the temple, and there's even rooms in the medical station we never ventured into. So that is a pro with Lost Via Domus, because I think it did try some new and fun directions. Number 4, character. One thing I actually agree with Lost Via Domus is to tell the story through a brand new character. And yeah, keep the flashbacks, they are part of the show. Just get rid of the photography part.
He shoots, he scores.
And keep them at a minimum, or maybe do it like the constant. The more time you spend in the flashback doing your mission, the worse it gets on your stamina, and in the end you'll have massive nosebleeds and possibly die. But let's take it up a notch. You can change your appearance and personalize your character. If there's too much demand of playing as one of the other heroes, then there might be chapters later in the game where you play as either Jack or Kate, so you have 2 physically fit popular heroes to play as. But I think we should still have one character to play with. And you have the usual, a backpack filled with stuff. Dharma beer can be consumed and you'll be doozy, but a cup of coffee from the Swan will do you fine. I also want to have another bar underneath your health bar, a meter that shows your connectiveness to the island. If it is at its peak, you are considered special. You can be guided by the island and do stuff like vault, such as aiming birds at enemies, or get the help of whisperers or ghosts to lure away enemies. Maybe Jacob will even approach you on a mission. That's the surprises I want to see. Number 3, mini missions. No more fuse puzzles. They could at least have a puzzle that was related to the show. What I am thinking of here are side quests, and the show offers tons of them. You can still speed through the game and ignore things like triangulate the distress signal, helping Claire find the birds, track down Naomi, beat Sawyer in ping pong, trek to the Tempest to stop Daniel and Charlotte, deliver food with Hurley to Dharma workers at the Swan like a time mission, and getting rewards from it, as well as filling up your special meter. But you don't have to do it. For instance, Russo's shelter is not essential, but if you do one thing for Saeed, this will unlock this location. These missions aren't essential to the plot, but enrichen the world of Lost. And heck, if you want to do something calm that doesn't involve moving, then add backgammon and golfing to the game. Number 2, decisions shaping your destinations. This is something that is right into the DNA of the show, a show about character growth, the mistakes they learn from, and the tests they have to pass. This could be tied to what I mentioned about weapons. If you kill someone you were supposed to stun, that could affect your final destination. Add tons of choices. One of the first being if you want to join Jack in the caves or stay at the beach. The former could lead to some cool discoveries in the caves and jungle. Maybe you'll be the one to rescue Jack from the cave collapse. But if you stay at the beach, you can triangulate the distress signal, give things different outcomes to keep things interesting. You can stay at the beach and shoot at the others. If you succeed, you can proceed to the radio tower, or go to the Looking Glass station with Charlie and Desmond. Sure, you can go and explore these locations later on, but you have a choice and you can actively choose your destiny. And finally, number 1. The most important thing. Explore the entire damn island. In Hawaii, you have the thing about the filming locations being scattered around the entire island, with places such as the crash site beach and the golf course valley being very close in the show, but in real life they are quite far apart. In a video game, you can simply just use Hawaii and the show to recreate the entire island. If you follow my channel, you know I've created a fan map of the island, and I'm not the only one that have done so. You can use that to create an island we can fully explore. I've always dreamed of playing a Lost video game where I can run through Kualoa Ranch or just hike the beaches until I get to the Forto statue, then to the Decoy village, to the Palafair dock, and so on. At some point you'll acquire a Dharma van so you can get to places easier. I mean, drive around the island, as well as the various outriggers that are on the island. Just the thought of sailing to Hydra Island is just amazing. So yeah, an open world, that will be amazing.
In a lot of ways, Lost is a video game, you know. The idea that any kind of video game has like a little map up in the corner. It's all dark, and when you begin to explore that area, then the map starts to fill in, and Lost is a lot like that.
And that's it, 10 ways to improve Lost Via Domus. One final thing, if you're wondering about the Lost Journeys Season 2, I think I'll be releasing them very shortly. I have the first 8 episodes ready, so yeah, I guess somewhere in late September. See you then.